Hello everyone, welcome back into the channel and welcome back Treasure Tribe. I haven't seen you in a long time and I'm sorry for being away for so long, but where the heck did the autumn go? I mean, my goodness, we're already past Thanksgiving. What happened? I don't know, but it's going faster than I can keep up with it. Anyway, so my husband made a suggestion to me today. Seeing that it's been since September, since I saw you last, he suggested that I made shorter videos on applications of how to do stuff. So I thought that was probably a good idea. So I was going to try that. So we'll see how good I can do here. Okay. Anyway, be back in a minute. Bye. Okay, here we are. This is my amazing spreadsheet. I'm very happy with this. Anyway, when I list an item, I enter it into this main spreadsheet, and it helps me keep track of what the heck's going on anyway. As you can see, we have quite a few items in our eBay store already, and I do have 2 rows here. This is an Excel spreadsheet, and I do have 2 rows here that are already accounted for. So we actually have 1,195 items in our eBay store. This is, of course, the eBay item number that eBay gives me after I've listed the item. That's how I know it's listed. This is the complete title of what the item is, exact title that I use on eBay. This is what it was purchased for. As you can see, this item was purchased for nothing because it came from my home. This is the profit that was received after it sold. And then this is the item source. So where did it come from? So you may be wondering what happened to the other columns here, because we go from column B to D, E, and then J, and that's because, etc. And that's because I have these hidden. These columns in between here are actually hidden because I don't use them all the time. Let me unhide them. And as you can see, there's a few extra things here. This is the date. Let me see if I can back this up here. Okay, this is the date that it was sold on. Okay, this is the date that I listed it on. Of course, this is the purchase price. This is what it sold for. This is the shipping paid. This is the actual shipping, etc. And then let me see if I can scroll this forward a little bit. And then the eBay fees, the profit that's earned, and then after all those items are taken from the original purchase there, and then the taxes paid by eBay, and then of course the date shipped. Okay, so those are the other columns that are hidden, and I hide them only because I don't use them all the time. There's only a couple things that I use when I'm listing an item for the first time, for the time that I list it. So let me just pause this a minute and I will hide those, well, I won't pause it. I'll just do it while you're sitting here so you can see how I hide them. So I'll hide these again, and that way you can see exactly. Let me scroll this over. Okay, and this one is hidden. And then this one is hidden. Okay. So this is what I work with all the time. And so when something is sold, I put it down here in the year that it sold for. So like for instance, this item just sold And what I do is I highlight, I'll highlight this. I'll highlight the whole row and I will cut it. Okay. And then I'll take it over here to my sold sheet and then I will paste it. Okay. Now that would just have those few columns listed in there, those numbers, those few numbers that would be listed in there. And then I would add in the rest. So this item would already be there. This item would already be there. What date it sold on, I would enter, okay? The date that it listed would be already there. The purchase price is already there. Then I would enter the amount that it sold for. The shipping paid, the actual shipping, this is what the customer pays. The actual shipping that I pay, the eBay fees that I pay, and then the profit that would result from all this being subtracted. So this would all be subtracted from this, what it sold for. And then that would be how I would get my profit amount. And then the sales tax would go right here, and that's what's sent to eBay. Or that's what eBay keeps to send to the States. And then of course the date that it shipped. So say something was sold today, but it doesn't ship until tomorrow. So tomorrow's date would be there. And then where did I get it from? Okay. So I hope that makes a little sense. Delete this. Okay. As you can see, throughout the year, I have these columns that total up. So that way I know exactly what's going on. So here's my profit for each month. As you can see, what my eBay fees were total for each month. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. And then the actual shipping costs, and so on. So it's a way for me to really keep track of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I mean, you may be wondering what all these little tabs are. Well, this is my ongoing list of eBay listings, okay? And back here are past years. Now, I don't keep them forever, okay? Because that would be ridiculous to keep them forever. After so long, I print it out completely and put it into my taxes for that year or for the next year, that kind of thing. This is also where I keep track of the antique mall that I'm in. I've got a booth in an antique mall, and that's a little bit different, but let me see if I can do this and film at the same time. Here we go. So you can see it goes back to 2021, and I think that's when I started, actually. But you can see where it went back to 2021. And I usually, let's see if I did that. Yeah, so I put a note here. Whoops, where'd it go? I put a note here of when I actually printed this out. So that way, I can just go ahead and just delete this tab. Same thing with this year here. I put a note here when I printed that. So it doesn't booger up my systems here. Oh, I printed that already. Good. I'll be able to take that out too. So, I mean, it's a way of just keeping track of things, So, anyway. So, I don't know if that helps with any questions on how to do that kind of stuff. Don't know. If you have any questions or anything, you can always put that in the comments. I have no problem with answering questions, or you can email me. My email address is in there as well. And, this was probably really boring. So I guess I should have done like a little dance and sing a little song, do a little dance. Do eBay tonight. Yay, do eBay tonight. Will I get a one of those marks on for singing? I don't know. Wasn't on cue, I'm sure. Or wasn't on cue, on pitch. So I'm sure I wouldn't have to pay too much for it, but I'm not monetized anyway, so who cares? Be damned. Anyway, so I'm going to review this video and possibly put it out there for you all. Bye. Have a nice holiday season. And remember, it may be trash to some, but to Mrs. D, it's always treasure. Bye, Treasure Tribe. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.